Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Tesla report for Thursday, May 25th, 2023. Before I click on the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. You'll be notified each and every time the daily Tesla and Apple report are uploaded. We also do, continued analysis across a broad spectrum of markets that includes daily and weekly analysis in the triple Q and the SPY, for instance. I want to mention the triple Q once more. That we approached a targeted long-term resistance area over the last couple of weeks. We approached it actually this week on Monday and backed off 340.08. This actually coincided pretty well with the Tesla reaching its objective that is at 192.40. We tested this formation also earlier in the week. And so that lines up well with the triple Q. And the triple Q susceptible to falling off into the 290s over the next few months. I say susceptible. There are sell signals on the way down, channel formation, speed lines, and things that I'm following that you can follow too if you become a wickedstocks.com subscriber. You'll get daily analysis in the triple Q, daily analysis in the SPY, weekly analysis in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the TLT, that is the long bond ETF, and 2 individual stock picks every week. And so check out wickedstocks.com. We offer a monthly subscription package that includes a 5-day free trial. So let's get with the resistance, 192.40 on the weekly chart, and that is 194.09 on the daily chart. You can see it upper here, upper right, 4-star resistance, able to contain buying through June, and below which now the market is susceptible to rotating back and falling all the way back into the mid 140s over the next month or two. And just as when we were testing the channel bottom in later April, that is presently at 146.82, I'd mentioned how the 190s channel top is in reach, is reachable within 1 to 2 months. I think that took all of about 5 weeks to actually reach this 194.09 channel top. Now, we didn't test it to the tick, but we did its sister formation on the weekly chart at 192.40, and we have fallen off since. And I'm going to show you now, we'll jump to kind of the what I call the 2 to 3 week time horizon dynamic. Holding below 194.09, 192.40, will keep 167.40 in reach over the next week or two. So this is considered a 1 to 2 week downside objective following the test Tuesday of that 192.40 weekly channel top. 167.40 in 167.44 in reach by the end of next week, able to contain selling on a weekly basis. Once tested within 1 to 2 weeks, we can rally back to the 194.09 channel top. We could fill this wedge out for a couple of weeks. That's why I give it 2 months for reaching 146.82, but it might not take 2 months. If we, over the next few days, for instance, close below 167.44, it would take 1 to 2 weeks. So this could be a swift move. It becomes swift below 167.40. For you options traders, if you sold the market in the 192 handle a couple of days ago when the opportunity presented, you may have bought 170 or 175 out of the money puts, and that is still a good play, and that is still something to hold until we reach 167.44, and then profits can be taken. Those options can be covered, at least in part, in anticipation of 194.09 again, perhaps, whereby you would then reach for 192, 194 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a couple of weeks. And that is the play. Now, overall, if you're an options trader who trades the 2 to 3 month time horizon, earlier in the week, we had an opportunity to get a good price on 146, 147 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least several months. And if you haven't done that, closing below 167.44, I think is your last chance really to do so in a meaningful way, because there's still there's still an opportunity there for premium to expand and would. I think if we close below 167.44, those 146, 147 out of the money puts should open up pretty nicely. So that's kind of the big picture. Let's talk about the day itself. Upside today, I've got 185.78, session containment, this former channel top, able to contain daily buying pressures. And, below which we can, within the day, fall to 175.86, which is your session containment support. It's hard to put both of those formations on the same chart without it looking completely confusing. So 185.78 day resistance, 175.86 day support. Both well suited for day traders. If we happen to push, and I'm going to say especially open today above 185.78, we could within the day, with the kind of recent volatility we've had, push right back into the 192.40 to 194.09 region on an intraday basis, where once again we can top out through June, and below which the 146.82 formation remains a 1 to 2 month downside objective. But holding below 185.78 should yield 175.86 today, where a daily low can be placed. Day traders can trade both of these points, 185.78 upside, 175.86 downside. A settlement today below 175.86 sets up a test tomorrow, Friday, for 167.44, which is once again the speed line I mentioned, able to contain selling through next week. If you bought out of the money puts and your time horizon is just 1 to 2 weeks, you bought out of the money puts a couple of days ago. Once again, this is the area to cover those, perhaps, and then reach for 192, 194 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a couple of weeks. And inversely, if we were to close below 167.44, I'll say that the targeted 146.82 channel bottom becomes a 1 to 2 week reality, where we could actually, once again on this formation, bottom out on a monthly basis. Now, at some point, one of these two areas is going to give. We're not going to trade forever inside of this very well-defined channel structure. We're much closer to 194.09 still. If we happen to close above 194.09, and you can see that here. You can see it all over this document. By the way, this document, if you don't know, is downloadable in PDF format. It is the newsletter. You can click through all of these images, and I'll just go back to this image here. This is a weekly chart, not the daily as I've been showing, 192.40. If we close above this formation, and it needs to be above 194.09 as well, by the way, the daily chart version, 211.85 then likely within 1 to 3 weeks, where we can top out through the third quarter, possibly the balance of the year, and if settled above, would represent a meaningful long-term buy signal. And by long-term, I'm talking through the rest of the year and probably into next. And that is pretty much it to the downside. I will once again emphasize we cover the triple Q every single day, and the SPY. Very good markets to watch that are correlated to some extent with Tesla. And just encouraging you, obviously, to visit wickedstocks.com and check out our 5-day free trial. That's all I've got for Thursday's Tesla report. You have a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow with Fridays.